Yo, what's good, everyone? This is Ayo Boxing from Madiba, and we're here to talk about the WBC ordering Shakur Stevenson to fight Frank Martin. So, the WBC this past week has ordered Shakur Stevenson to fight Frank Martin for the vacant lightweight title, and this is not surprising. Devin Haney's moving up to 140 to fight the WBC champion Regis Prograis, and because of this, the WBC has made Haney the champion in recess at lightweight, and Shakur was ordered to fight the highest ranked opponent for the vacant title. It was originally supposed to be Lomachenko for the vacant title, but he turned down the fight. Pitbull Cruz was the next highest ranked contender, but he's chasing the Gervonta Tank Davis rematch, which then led us to Frank Martin, and this is a good fight. Frank and Shakur have gone back and forth several times over the last year and a half, not as much as Keyshawn and Frank, but the history is still there between those two, and it looks like it's going to happen. But the question is, will this fight happen? And this is a valid question to ask because a lot of fights that get ordered by belt organizations often don't get made. And this is especially true when it comes to fighters from different networks and promotions. The best example of this is Shakur versus Pitbull Cruz. That fight was ordered by the WBC last winter, but it never happened. Cruz turned down the fight and opted to go in a different direction. A lot of people, including myself, think that Cruz avoided and ducked Shakur, but you also have to factor in that Shakur is with Top Rank and ESPN, and Cruz is with PBC and Showtime. This is the biggest issue of Shakur versus Frank. It's a cross-promotional fight. Who is the A-side promoter? What network will they be fighting on? Who gets what percentages? These type of questions and situations are known to stall and prevent fights from happening. They have until September 5th to settle those questions, or else it goes to purse bid. However, a purse bid does not guarantee that the fight will happen. But if it does happen, I'm certain that it will take place on ESPN. Top Rank and PBC barely do cross-promotional fights, but when it does happen, they usually happen on ESPN. Two recent examples are Stephen Fulton versus Naoya Inoue and Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. The last time I recall a Top Rank fighter going to Showtime was Gary Russell Jr. versus Lomachenko, and that was a long time ago. And with Shakur being the bigger name and the A side, I'm certain that the fight will take place on ESPN and that Top Rank will win the purse bid if it does happen. If this fight does actually happen, I see Shakur beating Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin's a good fighter with talent and has a good resume at lightweight, but Shakur has generational talent. He's an elite level fighter. A lot of people think it will be the repeat of Crawford versus Spence, but I have to disagree. Frank brings something different to the table compared to Shakur's previous opponents. Frank is an explosive southpaw with power, and he will be Shakur's fastest opponent to date in foot and hand speed. I do believe that Frank is fully capable of hurting Shakur and causing him some trouble, but I'm certain that Shakur will be prepared to deal with Frank. Shakur has the best sparring partner in the world to get him ready for a southpaw, which is Terrence Bud Crawford. I think this fight will be similar to Floyd Mayweather versus Zab Judah, with Shakur being Floyd Mayweather and Frank being Zab Judah. In that fight, Zab Judah was very competitive and was winning the first 4 rounds until Floyd adjusted and started going to the body and took over the fight basically from round 6 onwards, almost stopping Zab until Zab hit him with the low blow. But if this fight falls through, then Shakur should pursue a fight with Edwin De Los Santos since he's the next available ranked opponent in the WBC. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Hit like, subscribe, and more content's coming your way.